want to welcome you all, and especially Susan, for bringing this great event to Rio. I know that last year this event happened in São Paulo. I want to greet Júlio Bueno, presenting here, Governor Cabral, and Marcelo Haddad, President of Rio Negócios Agency. I mean, besides the welcome, just want to leave a few messages here that I think are so important for people that look at Rio in a different perspective than, I mean, we would look 5-6 years ago. I mean, I think the country, Brazil, is doing fine, I mean, in spite of all our problems. And this is something that we always have to say. I mean, we cannot, Brazilians, we are very excited. I mean, or we are saying terrible things about ourselves, or we are saying that we are the best. I mean, we're not the best yet. And when you come to Cariocas, I mean, when you come to people in Rio, I mean, we can be even more radical. I mean, or we are hell, or we are completely heaven. So again, this is not the point. I think Rio and Brazil, especially the city of Rio, I mean, we had a big change in the past few years. I think for all the investors, they need to understand that, I mean, especially when you talk about, and I don't want to be rude to anyone here, but I mean, especially when you talk about the BRIC countries, I mean, this is the only one that has a consolidated democracy, institutions are strong. So, I mean, I think we did our homework in the past few years, and especially the city of Rio has done its homework. And the message I want to leave is, by the end, it's that you guys have a red carpet here. We really do believe in entrepreneurship and innovation. I mean, we know that the big asset that we carry in our city is people minds, the human resource that we have in Brazil and especially in Rio. This is the big asset of the city of Rio. Júlio Bueno always say, I mean, we're looking here for the 21st century economy. That's the economy that we want in Rio. So the message here is that this city is going through lots of changes. I mean, always, sometimes people come here and they try to compare us to cities like London or New York or Chicago or Tokyo. I mean, these people are in a different stage of civilization. I'm not saying that they are better than we are. I mean, I think we're much better, but anyway, they're in a different stage of civilization. So, I mean, again, everything I say here, it's got to be put in its right place. So the city is becoming a safer city. The city with Brazil, it's becoming a less unequal city. I mean, lots of people getting out of poverty. There's a bunch of investment in the poorest area of the city, and every time, I know that Marcelo, I had a meeting with some of you last night and spoke a little bit about all the investments in mobility, in health and education, which is basics for a city the size of Rio. So there's a bunch of investments in infrastructure here. We are hosting in the next few years some of the most important events, starting with this one here. But besides this one, it's going to come the Olympics, the World Cup, the Confederations Cup. Even we are bringing an Argentinian Pope, which is unbelievable. That only could happen to Rio. I mean, the Pope is going to go to Rio, so they find an Argentinian one, which is great to me. The biggest problem of having an Argentinian Pope is that I'm becoming in love with an Argentinian. I never thought I could love an Argentinian. But I mean, just kidding with the Argentinians here. But anyway, so we got a bunch of big events in the next few years in Rio. And people have to understand that we don't look at the World Cup or the Olympics only from a sports perspective. I'll say that this is not really our main goal. I mean, when we look at the Olympics, when we look at the World Cup, we see that as a great opportunity to change our city. So, I mean, all the infrastructure that is coming, all the opportunities that we're trying to bring to Rio because of these great events, this is going to change the city forever. So, what we really want to leave here, the message that we want to leave here today is, it's great to have you here. It's a great opportunity for us to be talking and discussing issues as the ones that you're going to discuss in this event, and that Rio really wants to put a red carpet to all of these people that this is a business-friendly city. This is a city that believes in innovation. This is a city that believes in private capital. This is a city that believes in entrepreneurship. This is a city that wants to give all the conditions so people can invest and feel here in the right place to make money and do your business. So welcome. I hope you have a great meeting. Thank you very much.